Hello, folks. This is your host, Big Flem, Lorenzo Fleming, here on another episode of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Well, right now we're 2/3 of the way of the season, and we're down to the last 4 to 5 weeks of the regular season. So things are starting to shape up as far as looking at the playoff picture is concerned. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start our picks for week 12. Before we do that, let's go over this past week's stats. Like I said, we did pretty good last week. We were 13-1. Like I said, this is the second time we were 13-1 this season, with a combined win total after 11 weeks of 95 wins, 62 losses, and 1 tie, with a 60% winning percentage. Also, we're 1-3 when it comes to upset picks of the week, and I haven't been doing it in a while, so I need to get back to that. All right, let's get this party started here. All right, like I said, we already had our Thursday night matchup. Like I said, I've already made my picks before the game, so I don't know who won. So, like I said, our Thursday matchup, we had the Indianapolis Colts at 6-4 traveling to Houston to take on the Texans, who are also 6-4. And the winner of that contest will have first place in the AFC South division. So I think both teams are doing pretty good. Deshaun Watson and also the backup quarterback for the Colts, leading the franchise after Andrew Luck, retired before the beginning of the season. So it's going to be a close one, but I'm going to lean towards the Houston Texans over the Indianapolis Colts for the Thursday night game. Like I say, some of you probably already know who won that game. I haven't know, so I could be right on this pick and I could be wrong. But oh well. Now let's move on to our Sunday matchup. All right, our first matchup we have is an AFC matchup where we have the woeful 3-7 Denver Broncos traveling to Buffalo, or actually Orchard Park, New York, to take on the 7-3 Buffalo Bills. Seems like the backup quarterback for the Broncos, I think he's at least 1-1 so far after taking over for Joe Flacco. He got ran out of town in Baltimore. He won the Super Bowl for them, and then he got hurt, and they sent him packing. So now he's with Denver, and he kind of struggled with Denver. But I'm going to stick with the Buffalo Bills on this one, folks, over the Denver Broncos. All right, our next pick we have is another AFC matchup, but this time it's a divisional matchup, the AFC North matchup, where we have the 5-5 Pittsburgh Steelers, aka the Rust Buckets, traveling to Cincinnati, the Queen City, to take on the winless 0-10 Cincinnati Bengals, aka the Bungles. Seemed like their quarterback couldn't get things started there, and the coaching staff, I know they're taking a lot of heat there. They can't even get their first win yet. Alex Dalton and the gang, and AJ Green. I don't know what's going on with those guys there in Cincinnati, and I think the woes are going to continue on, so they still won't get their first win against the Steelers. So I'm picking the Steelers, aka the Rust Buckets, over the Cincinnati Bengals, aka the Bungles. All right, our next matchup is an NFC South matchup where we have the 5-5 Carolina Pathetic Panthers. They traveling to New Orleans Superdome to take on the New Orleans Saints, or the Aints, who are 8-2, and they currently lead the NFC South division. So, since we all know Cam Newton, he's out for the rest of the season, and their backup quarterback, he's going to have to wing it the rest of the way. And Drew Brees, like I say, he's been back the last 3 weeks after spending the last 4 or 5 weeks on the injured reserve. So I want to give it to Drew Brees and experience over the Carolina Pathetic Panthers. Drew Brees and the Saints, that is. All right, our next pick we got is another NFC matchup where we have the Seattle Seahawks at 8-2 traveling to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, and all that lovely Philadelphia cheesesteaks, and take on the struggling 5-5 Eagles. Like I say, Carson Wentz, he's kind of struggling a bit there in Philly. And Deshaun Jackson, he's still not back yet from his injury. And Russell Wilson, he's still doing pretty good with his offense and everything. So we're going to go with the Seahawks over the Eagles in this matchup of the Battle of the Birds. All right, our next pick we got is the 4-6 Jacksonville Jaguars, another AFC South divisional matchup as they travel to the Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, the home of country music, to take on the 5-5 Tennessee Titans. Right now, Tennessee is in second place in the division, and of course Jacksonville is sitting in the cellar. And like I say, whoever wins this game will kind of distance themselves a little bit in the tight AFC South division. So with that being said, basically there's only 2 games that separate first and last place. So this weekend's matchups, could be very tight and could determine who can take the overall lead in the AFC South. But I'm going to go with Ryan Tannehill, who's filling in as backup for Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans over the Jacksonville Jaguars on this one, folks. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition for Week 12 of the NFL season here on Big Flem Radio and TV.
Orange Crush. There's no caffeine between you and all those natural flavors. No wonder Orange Crush is so irresistible. It's downright incredible. Highly inevitable. Before too long, and Orange Crush is gone. Orange love is having a crush on us. Try something tonight. You just can't do it, gotta give in to it, baby. Orange Crush is inside. Your eyes don't move it, your mouth gets wide, so there's no fading out. Orange Crush is so irresistible. You can't keep a bottle full. Orange love is having a crush on us. How long can Orange Crush last around you? Orange love is having a crush on us. Working within the walls of your home or business right now. Termites and pests, causing untold damage to your most valuable assets. Protect yourself and the ones you love with eco-friendly termite and pest control solutions from Bug Central. See, not only is Bug Central eco-friendly with green termite and pest control services, but we're also proud to be eco, as in economically friendly too. At Bug Central, we want to be known as Southern California's most eco-friendly company in more ways than one. Give us a call for eco-friendly termite and pest control. That's safe for your wallet. Call 877-BUG-CENTRAL. That's 877-BUG-CENTRAL now for your free estimate and visit www.bugcentralcoupons.com for even more money-saving coupons. Bug Central, eco-friendly in more ways than one. Call 877-BUG-CENTRAL. Eco-friendly with green termite and pest control services. Bug Central. That's 877-BUG-CENTRAL.
Hi, I'm here today because I'm addicted.
Big Flem Radio and TV.
Get ready. You know.
Now that's an addiction, man.
What's up, folks? Welcome back. We're going to continue on with our picks. Before we do that, like I say, have you checked out Big Flem's Radio and TV website? Like I say, you can hear this podcast as well as the Big Flem's Pigskin Picks College Edition and 5 other podcast shows which feature music, talk, veterans issues, and information. And also, it has a great online store, especially with the holidays coming up. If you're looking for a nice gift to buy for your friend, your loved one, your family members, your battle buddies, a stranger, an alien from Mars and from outer space, check out the online store on Big Flem Radio and TV website. It has a nice Big Flem Radio and TV theme merchandise, souvenirs, and gifts. Hey, check it out. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, check out the website at www.bigflemradiotv.com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv, that's one word, .com. Also, if you want to be a guest picker or guest prognosticator, or you want to just tell us who you pick for particular games for the week, just send us an email at bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv, that's one word, @gmail.com. Also, we have a Twitter account, folks. If you're into sending tweets, you can also send us a tweet with your guest picks and stuff like that. Like I said, look for the hashtag Flem_radio. Again, that's at Flem, Flem as in Mike, underscore radio, radio. Also, we have a Facebook group page as well as a Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/Big Flem Radio and TV. Like I say, you won't be disappointed. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones, tell a stranger. Pass the word out. Also, send us, any comments, concerns, critiques, criticism. Tell us how we're doing. All right, folks, let's get back to our Big Flem Pigskin Picks NFL edition for Week 12. All right, our next matchup is a NFC South matchup featuring two terrible teams, and one of them is my home team, of course. You got the 3-7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, aka the Succaneers, traveling to the ATL and to Mercedes-Benz Stadium to take on the woeful 3-7 Atlanta Falcons. Even though they won 2 in a row, who knows? Hopefully they can continue that momentum and pick up and win 3 straight games. And also, like I said, it's a division game, so every win helps for the Falcons. So I'm going to go stick with my Falcons over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a.k.a. the Succaneers. All right, folks, our next pick, we have another NFC matchup where we have the 2-8 New York Giants, a.k.a. the Midgets, traveling to the Windy City, Chicago, to take on the woeful 4-6 Chicago Bears. The Bears! Like I say, Matthew Trubisky, he's still struggling. He got hurt last week as well too. So we don't know how much they're going to hold up. So, and also Daniel Jones, their first round draft pick, he's been struggling as well. So hopefully he can turn that ship around up there in New York. But like I said, I think this season is kind of lost for them. So, but I'm going to go with the New York Giants, aka the Midgets, over the Chicago Bears. The Bears! All right, our next pick is an AFC matchup where we have the 2-8 Miami Dolphins, aka the Tuna Fish, traveling to the shores of Lake Erie to visit the Cleveland Browns at 4-6. Like I said, Baker Mayfield, so far he's 2-0 after that rough patch. They lost 4 in a row, and folks getting on his case and everything. So, will that momentum continue for the Browns? We shall see. And also the Dolphins, 1-2 in a row, after starting off 0-7. So we'll see who get this win, but I will go with the Browns over the Dolphins, aka the Tuna Fish. All right, we're going to have another AFC matchup where we have the 6-4 Oakland Raiders, soon to be the Las Vegas Raiders, traveling to New York City, or New Jersey actually, East Rutherford that is, to MetLife Stadium to take on the 3-7 Jets. Like I said, they also struggled and they won like 2 in a row as well. Sam Darnold came back from his illness, and Le'Veon Bell, like I said, he's been basically quiet so far. So I don't know what to take of this game, but I'm going to lean towards the Oakland Raiders and Derek Carr and the gang over the Jets. All right, our next matchup, we have the 3-6-1 Detroit Lions heading to the nation's capital to take on the pitiful 1-9 Washington Redskins, aka the Rednecks. I guess their former coach is probably smiling right now. They fired him, after being there 7 years and whatever. Gruden, is it Jeff Gruden? I think it's his name. John Gruden? I forgot his name. But anyway, seeing like the Redskins, aka the Rednecks, still couldn't get it together after firing their coach. So I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. Like I said, Matthew Stafford is still out with his injury, and I'm hoping he gets better too. He's also a former University of Georgia alum. So I'm going with the Detroit Lions over the Washington Redskins, a.k.a. the Rednecks. All right, we have our feature matchup here. We have the Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. the Cowpokes, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and company at 6-4, traveling to New England, Foxville, Massachusetts, to take on the defending Super Bowl champs and 91 New England Patriots with Tom Brady and company. So far, their defense is really good. And of course, Tom Brady is being Tom Brady. So what more can we say about that? And also their wide receiver, Julian Edelman. And also, like I said, that defense is really tough. So I'm going to go with the Patriots over the Cowboys in that matchup. All right. Our next matchup, we have the Baltimore Ravens at 8-2 with Lamar Jackson. Like I said, he won the AFC Player of the Week for the second time this season, and well deserved, of course. And he is definitely the franchise quarterback for the future for the Baltimore Ravens. So he's heading to the Coliseum in LA to take on the 6-4 LA Rams, aka the Sheep. I know Jared Goff, he had his ups and downs this season as well, and also Todd Gurley, another University of Georgia alum, as well as that defense and that offensive line, suspect. So I'm going to go with the hot hand Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens over the LA Rams. And our Monday night matchup, which will be a key matchup in the NFC. The top two teams in the NFC are facing each other to determine who has the overall lead in the NFC conference. Where we have the 8-2 Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers and company traveling to the Bay Area, the Frisco Bay, to Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, to take on the 9-1 San Francisco 49ers. Both teams are doing pretty good. Like I said, Jimmy Garoppolo, he's doing well as my frat brother and cornerback Richard Sherman. And like I say, Aaron Rodgers, him and his crew are doing pretty good as well, too. So I'm going to think it's going to be a very close one. But I'm going to give the slight edge to the Green Bay Packers over the 49ers in that matchup. And that will be my upset pick of the week. It's the Green Bay Packers and San Francisco 49ers game, folks. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be right back with Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL edition for week 12 of the NFL season here on Big Flem Radio and TV.
Hey folks, this is Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming, the host and creator of Big Flem Radio and TV website. As you know, I am a host of 6 podcasts on Big Flem Radio and TV, designed for the general listening audience. Like I said, whenever you get a chance, check it out. Check out the website. Check out the online store for Big Flem Radio and TV themed products and little knickknacks and gifts for your friends and your family members. Like I said, you'll find it very interesting. I guarantee it. Like I said, the podcast covers news, music, talk. I wouldn't say news, but mainly talk about today's news and topics, as well as a channel dedicated to my fellow American military veterans, because I am a veteran myself. 21 years qualifying service in the Army and the Army Reserves, which includes 2 combat tours in Iraq and 6 months contingency operation tour in Kuwait. So I dedicate that show to all my fellow veterans and family members of veterans. So if you give a chance, hey, give me a chance. Give a listen. Check out the website at www.bigflemradiotv, that's one word, .com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv.com. I'll spell it out for you. It's BIGFLEM as in Mike, RADIO TV. And you can send me a tweet on Twitter with the hashtag Flem, FLEM_radio. So like I said, give me a shot, give it a listen. And also, if you want to send a request for a song or want to make a comment or criticisms about any of the podcast shows on Big Flem Radio and TV, go ahead. I like to hear from you. Send me a shout out, or if you want me to do a shout out for somebody, or if you want to do a dedication on a certain show, just send it to the email bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv@gmail.com, and put whatever particular podcast show in the subject line. For example, one of the shows you're listening to right now is Big Flem's Pigskin Picks, NFL edition, as well as college football edition. Also, you can send the subject line. You can use My Prerogative with Lorenzo Fleming, Reflections, Rockin' Into the Night, as well as Lorenzo's Jams. Again, give it a try. Check it out. Listen to it. Tell all your friends and your neighbors and your family members, and even strangers. You won't regret it. It's Big Flem Radio and TV.
Flem Radio wants you to know that approximately every 51 minutes, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash. Buzz driving can also cause huge financial penalties with fines and legal fees. Friends, don't let friends drive drunk. Find out more at nhtsa.org.
Starting this Wednesday, JCPenney, it's the JCPenney 50% off sale. While prices drop, save 50% on junior size sunglasses and famous name tops for juniors. Also, men's short sleeve carry shirts and topless two-piece underwear sets, or boys' short sleeve plaid shirts and famous name sports shoes for the family. Plus colorful velvety top pillows for your home. All 50% off during the 50% off sale at participating JCPenney stores. Hurry, prices are limited.
Gnarly, dude. This is Jess Spicoli. When I'm out hanging tin, catching the waves, checking out the chicks, and skipping Mr. Hand's class, I'm listening to Big Flem Radio and TV. Oh. Hey folks, welcome back. We're going to do our recap of our picks for Week 13 of the NFL season on Big Flem's Pigskin Picks on Big Flem Radio and TV. All right, like I said, we're going to start off. We're going to recap our picks like I mentioned a few minutes ago. Our Thursday night matchup, we have the Indianapolis Colts over the Houston Texans. Actually, we picked the Houston Texans over the Colts. Like I said, that game had already commenced, so some of you already probably know what the score is, so I could be already 1-0 or 0-1 for this week. But we'll find out. All right, we're going to continue on. We picked the Buffalo Bills over the Denver Broncos, the Pittsburgh Steelers, a.k.a. the Rust Buckets, over the winless Cincinnati Bengals, a.k.a. the Bungles, the New Orleans Saints, the Aints, over the Carolina Pathetic Panthers, the Seattle Seahawks over the Philadelphia Eagles in the Battle of the Birds, the Tennessee Titans over the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Atlanta Falcons over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a.k.a. the Succaneers, the New York Giants, a.k.a. the Midgets, over the Chicago Bears, the Bears, the Cleveland Browns over the Miami Dolphins, a.k.a. the Tuna Fish, the Oakland Raiders, soon to be Las Vegas Raiders, over the New York Jets, the Detroit Lions over the woeful Washington Redskins, a.k.a. the Rednecks, the New England Patriots, the defending Super Bowl champs, over the Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. the Cowpokes, the Baltimore Ravens over the LA Rams, a.k.a. the Sheep, and last but not least, our Monday night matchup, as well as our upset pick of the week, the Green Bay Packers over the San Francisco 49ers for supremacy in the NFC. All right, folks, these are our picks for Week 12 of the NFL season. Like I said, I hope that your team that you're rooting for or supporting wins. And if you're into fantasy football, I hope that your fantasy football picks will be beneficial to you and profitable to you, and you do well this week. All right, folks, until then, tune in again for another episode of Big Flem's Pigskin Picks NFL Edition here on Big Flem Radio and TV. Also, don't forget to check out Big Flem Pigskin Picks College Edition, as well as 5 other podcast shows dedicated to music, talk, and veterans information and issues. Like I said, check out the website, check out the online store, especially with the holidays coming up. If you're looking for a nice gift to give to your friends, your family, your loved ones, stranger, your battle buddy, co-worker, alien from Mars, some alien from outer space, etc. Like I said, check out the website at www.bigflemradiotv.com. Again, that's www.bigflemradiotv, that's one word.com. Also, you can send us an email, if you have your comments or critiques, or if you want to make a special dedication, or if you want to be a guest picker prognosticator, do so at bigflemradiotv@gmail.com. Again, that's bigflemradiotv, one word, at gmail.com. Also, you can send us a tweet on Twitter at the hashtag @Flem_radio. Again, that's @Flem, Flem as in Mike, _radio, radio. Also, you can check out our Facebook group page as well as our Facebook page at facebook.com/Big Flem Radio and TV. As I said, tune in again next time. Until we meet again, this is your host, the one and the only Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming here. Big Flem's Pigskin Picks, NFL Edition, is a production of Black Rebel Productions in association with Flem Media. The NFL theme song is a property of NFL Properties as well as Fox NFL Sports. Big Flem Radio and TV is written, produced, and hosted by yours truly, Lorenzo Big Flem Fleming. Big Flem Radio and TV do not own the rights to the music clip, nor do they profit from it.
I've been telling bosses about FHP, Family Health Program, but maybe they haven't been listening. So if you're an employee, I'd like to talk to you. Then you can talk to the boss. You see, FHP is both a medical and dental plan, not just insurance. No, it's much more. FHP also has its own medical and dental centers. So if you or someone in your family gets sick, you go to the center. If you need dental work, you go to the center. You don't have to worry about finding a good doctor or dentist. FHP has them. And our centers have evening and weekend hours. It's all provided at an annual cost about the same as just insurance alone. So why doesn't your company offer FHP? Like I said, maybe the boss just hasn't been listening. So what you want to do is call our toll-free number and get all the FHP facts. It's 1-800-432-7257. That's 1-800-432-7257. Then call your boss in his office and simply say, now listen here, boss. Hi, you've reached Heineken USA. We're not in right now, but if you have a story you'd like to share with us, tell us. All right, beep's coming up. I stopped at a buddy's house this weekend, and when I walked in, he was vacuuming the floor with an old canister vac. He's got the hose in one hand and a hiney in the other. When he turned to look at me, he hit the end of the retractable power cord, pulling it out of the electrical socket. The cord whipped around in the air like a snake. The plug hit him right between the eyes just as he had turned to look at me. He never saw it coming. It knocked him right on his butt. He didn't have the vacuum in hand, but he was still holding his Heineken. Never spilled a drop. My kind of man. Well, at least he has his priorities in order. If you want to share a story you've heard over Heineken, call 1-800-44-RED-STAR. The machine is always on. Talk to you later. Heineken USA, White Plains, New York.
Who are you?
We're Big Flem Radio and TV.